Really big decision that you guys have been mulling over for a long time. Gemini, we've got the Queen of Cups and the Seven of Pentacles. That is considering something for a long ass time. You've been mulling over a decision, and we've got 2 twos. So this is definitely a clear-cut decision that once you've made the decision, you kind of have to follow through with it, and maybe even speak up on it and do things. It's like, once you made the decision, things will change. But you've been mulling over this decision for a really long time. We've got the Queen of Swords. That is you trying to make sure that you understand the situation super clearly before you make the decision. Queen of Swords is like leaving no stone unturned, like having everything perfectly calculated. The next couple cards on top of the deck are the Devil with the 9 of Pentacles and the 10 of Swords. So this decision is kind of like calling. It's like, do I call it on this thing that hasn't been working? So the Devil with the 9 of Pentacles is something that hasn't been working for you personally. It's not in your personal interest. It doesn't give you the freedoms that you want to have, the independence that you want to have. And at some point, you're going to have to call it and say, this isn't worth it, and ditch it, destroy it, put an end to it. This is the relationship. It's saying this relationship doesn't serve me, and I'm going to put an end to it. And that's what you've been mulling over. Could be a job that hasn't served you for a really long time. It doesn't give you the freedoms that you want, and you've been mulling over ending it, quitting, right? Apply that as you will. Let's pull Oracle card. Tell me more. Wow. So, this is really a really hard decision. You guys are having a hard time making this decision. We've got Mercury. That is your mental processes. You're trying to figure out what's best for you, and what you can do. We have the universal hexagram. That is what is right for you. That is what is aligned to your fate, to your spirituality. It's kind of like really what is best for you overall for your whole life. If you were to look at your whole life, what's the best thing for you? You haven't figured that out yet. Looking at the number 9 here, that is struggling to figure it out, really trying hard to figure it out. The number 9 is another number for thought. Then we have Capricorn and the Manticorn. This is such a it's either a long-standing decision that you've been mulling over for a long time, or it's going to affect your life for such a long decision, like such a long time going forward once you make this decision, that it's kind of like stressing you out a little bit. In a sense, you're being pushed to make the decision now, but you're not ready to make the decision, and so you're feeling a little bit bugged. The Manticore is kind of like a frustration. So there's a frustrating energy because you're being pushed to make the decision and you can't figure out how you're going to make this decision. Let's pull advice and we'll figure out what the best decision is, certainly with this. Advice for. Wow. So it's like, should I stay or should I go? You should go. Because we have the Chariot and the 2 of Wands. That's making that decision from before. 2 of Wands came back out. To actually move. Move away, move forward, move on. Even if 8 of Swords, even if you're not sure where it's going to lead, even if you have no idea if it's going to be better than what you currently have, it's saying move on because you know what you currently have is shit. You have the King of Swords and the 10 of Swords. What you currently have is utter garbage. It is expended. You're like literally living in a corpse with regards to this decision. There's something in your life that's already dead, and you just need to call it dead because it's been dead. And it's showing up as a piece of garbage that's already been thrown into the garbage. King of Swords. Anything else? Wow, the Cup and your card, Gemini. There's what's that saying? There's more fish in the sea. There's plenty of fish in the sea. That's the saying. The Cup. It's like there's better people out there. There's better situations, better jobs, better places. Whatever this is that you're mulling your decision over, there is better for you out there. You can do much better, but it's a matter of trying. It's a matter of putting yourself out there and engaging with people. Gemini is kind of like trial and error. So it's a matter of kind of like trying things and finding what's better for you. The Emperor is victory and success, along with the Cup, which is, emotional fulfillment. So all of this awaits you. You just gotta get out of your current shit situation that, I don't know, I think you've taken too long to make this decision, and you just need to make the decision to cut out. That's what you need to do. And the reason is because on the bottom we have the bread. You gotta act in your own best interest. At some point, you have to think of yourself first, because if you are like useless, if you're like depressed, let me give you an example. If your life sucks and you're depressed, how are you going to be of use to anyone, including yourself, right? At some point, you have to prioritize yourself first. It's kind of like in the airplanes when the stewardess says like, oh, if the mask comes down, put the mask on yourself before you put it on the child next to you, because you can't help anyone unless you prioritize yourself. If the situation sucks, you got to cut out of it. And there's definitely something better out there. All right, Geminis, thank you guys so much for being here. That's going to be your reading. If this resonated for you and you want to come back and see more of these, go ahead and follow the channel. See you next time.